What's up, you guys? It's Valley Vaughn and I'm back at you with another video. I'm so excited today. We are reviewing the new fragrances from Miss Kayali, Miss Mona Katan. I received this just a few days ago. So everything I'm going to be talking about, this new collection, which is their Oud collection. I'm not going to say long overdue. It's right on time. We've been waiting for this. Of course, they're like known for this. They're based in Dubai. So Middle Eastern, North African culture, known for Oud. So they're taking their time, trying to do it right. Do I feel like they did it right? I'll share my thoughts soon. I'm not going to edit this video, so there's going to be a lot of pauses. If I say something incorrect, just rock with me because I really don't feel like editing. Just one of those days. So let's get right into it. Again, I received this big box the other day. I knew that they were releasing the Oud collection, which has 4 different fragrances in there. They have the rose one, the cafe one, tobacco, and vanilla, and they're all just rooted in Oud pretty much. So I'm excited to share with you guys my first opinion. Of course, I haven't done a wear test. I really haven't taken my time to like see how long these perform. I literally just spray them on my skin. I'm going to tell you what I'm smelling and just reading you the notes so you can know which one will work for you, or maybe you get the whole collection. One thing that I didn't look up, and maybe you guys can tell me because I know you know, perfume connoisseurs, is this limited edition or is this going to be just like a part of their main collection? I'm hoping that it's going to be a part of their main collection because I feel like, again, Kayali, we know that they're based in Dubai. They're known for Oud. So hopefully this is a part of the main collection. And also, I don't want them doing any other limited edition perfumes because I fell in love with their most recent launch, which was the Wedding, the Silk Santal. So pretty, but it was limited edition. So I'm trying to use that sparingly and I don't need that stress with this one. So let's just hop right in. Sorry if you hear a lot of noise also. It is about to thunder, so it's really, really loud outside and people cutting grass. It's just a lot of commotion. So let's hop right in. Again, this is an Oud collection. So if you guys don't know, Oud is pretty much like wood, and when you burn that wood, you can do it by like actual fire, or you can have like a fancy wood burner like his Oud burner. I actually just used it. I put the wood chips that they sent over in Vanilla Oud. These are wood chips that are in the Vanilla Oud scent. Use this, and then when the smoke comes out, you literally can put it on your hair, you can put it on your clothing. That's what really makes the scent sit into your skin. It seeps into your skin, it seeps into your clothes, it seeps into your hair. It really gets the aroma on you. So when you do that, I know people always have so much to say about Kayali's intensity. When you do that, the intensity of the fragrance is going to be with you, period. Pooh! So I will say that you definitely have to. I don't even know if they're selling this. If they're not selling this, it's so whack. You literally, if they're not selling this, then you definitely can just like purchase one off Amazon and purchase Oud chips as well. Because I feel like you have to do that to get the true essence of Oud. Because truly that's what it is. And that's how I was introduced to it by my African friends and then also my Middle Eastern friends. That's how they use Oud truly in their homes. They always have it like very smoky and it gets into their hair and you just smell it all over them. They just smell so amazing. Like that scent, that aroma, when you step into the house, you smell it throughout and it gets into the clothing and gets into your hair. So I'm happy that they added that like true essence of that. So that's the first thing I want to tell you. The wood chips and the fact that they have like true Oud as a part of this collection, girl. Now let's get into the actual scent. So again, there's 4 different scents. So I have one of the main scents in the full-size bottle. I was sent the Oudgasm, that's the name of the entire collection. Oudgasm, very sexy. Oudgasm Rose Oud, and they actually are all marked intense, but they have different levels of intensity, which I will share with you. But the first one that I have is going to be the Rose Oud, and this is how the bottle looks. Of course, the standardized Kayali bottle, they all are shaped like a jewel. This one in person, it's like a very, very deep burgundy. Like it looks black, I think, on camera, and then the font is pink for the rose one, but it is sheer. Like you can see through this, you can see how much fragrance you have left. And it is also like a very, very deep, vampy, deep burgundy, really, like a purplish burgundy tone. For the notes in this one has lemon, geranium, Bulgarian rose, vanilla Madagascar, cashmere wood, and oud, of course. They're all gonna have oud of course. So when I first smelled this one, off the dome, I was like, oh my gosh, this smells like something. Not a dupe, but it has the same components of something. And literally it was the first fragrance that I ever liked that had oud in it, that had amber in it, that had those deep notes. Cause this was back in the day when I was a young girl and I was like, no, I'm not wearing it if it isn't candy scented. This fragrance got me into it and it's discontinued. And that's why I'm so happy that I have a fragrance that smells just like it. So the fragrance that I'm speaking of, if you've ever was able to smell this fragrance, is from Lancome, Maison Lancome. This was, I don't know if they still have it, but Lancome released a niche line. It was like 9 different fragrances, very well done. And this one was Oud Amber. So this one had wood, it had patchouli, and it had rose and honey. And this is so pretty, and it literally has the same kind of scent. It's very floral, both of them. I'm speaking about this one though. Definitely very floral. When you first spray it, you get that rose. It's so pretty, but then you also get that warmth that comes from the oud, that comes from the woodiness that makes it very resinous, like slightly sweet. Of course it also has vanilla in there, but that warmth from the cashmere and the oud is so pretty. This is going to be my go-to floral for the fall. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It has geranium, it has rose, it doesn't have much of the freshness from the lemon, but I think they just added that to keep it a little bit lighter. But I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most beautiful rose fragrances I have. And if you've been watching my channel for some time, I rave about rose. I have maybe, I don't know, probably 20, 30 maybe rose fragrances. Like, I'm a rose head. This is definitely one of my most beautiful rose scents, period, poo. It's very gorgeous. It's blended to perfection. And I just feel like this is going to hit even better in the cold months. Again, I can't tell you how long it really wears. On me, I have to say I did wear it yesterday. When I kept smelling my wrist, I kept smelling it all day. I wasn't around anyone, so I can't tell you if it's a compliment getter. I can't tell you if anyone else likes it on me or what they get from me when I'm wearing it. But I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite scents. Like, that quick. I love oud. I love a woody scent, but I love woody with floral. I think it's a beautiful combination. And just adding that vanilla in there just is the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mix. So I'm gonna stop talking about this one for the time being, but I'm telling you, from the moment I smelled it, I was screaming. If you saw my video on Instagram, you're not following me on Instagram, I did a sneak peek. This is it. And I wish you could have smelled this one. They smell pretty much identical to me. If you have smelled this one, it's Oud Amber, has the warmth, it has the floral, it has the soft sweetness, and it is a beautiful fall floral fragrance. So that is the first one I'm going to talk about. This is the Kayali Oudgasm Rose Oud, and this one I told you that they have them marked. They gave me a pamphlet of like the intensity. This one actually has an intensity of a scale from 1 to 4 of a 3. So this is supposed to be the second most intense, and I didn't do it in order, but let's go back to the first intense, which is going to be the Vanilla Oud, also known as 36. So the Vanilla Oud was also one that I was very, very excited to try. Just like rose scents, I really, really love vanilla scents. This one actually has notes of vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak moss, and oud, of course. The first time I smelled the Vanilla Oud, I wanted to run to my collection to see if it smelled similar to Vanilla Royale. To me, they smell very similar. Vanilla Royale, this one has notes of vanilla, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugar patchouli. So all in all, they're both spicy, sweet, like a very sugary kind of sweet, a very sticky kind of a sweet scent. And then they also had that woody note. So although they are different, and I think even if you have this one, you should still own this one because oud is more prominent in this one. If you really like a very, very, very woody scent, then you would like this one even more. And oh my gosh, I haven't tried them together, but I think they pair together beautifully. But I just really feel as though you could own both and not feel like you have duplicates in your collection. If you love vanilla scents, but you want a vanilla scent that's maybe unisex, I think that men would like this again because it's definitely spicy and woody. With the vanilla, it's not just a vanilla scent, it is unisex to me. I think men would really, really like this. And again, this whole collection, Oudgasm, is perfect for the fall and the winter. These woody scents are gonna hit. I'm telling you, when the temperature drops below 50 degrees, really 60 degrees, they're gonna be very, very pretty. I think that the Vanilla Oud will pair very well with Vanilla Royale again, or their straight up vanilla scent. If you just want to really dial up the vanilla in here, the vanilla scent that they have, I don't own that one. I used to have a sample, ran through it in like a week. It was so beautiful, sappy. So if you want to dial up the sappy, sweet, sticky notes that we have in the Vanilla Oud, which is what you get when you first spray it and then it dries down to the woody spiciness, then you should definitely pair those two together. I have to say, in their collection, I don't feel like they have any duplicates. I think they've been really good. It might be more difficult as they continue to grow and as they continue to add more fragrances, but I can't say that they have any like direct duplicates to where I'm like, girl, you already made this scent. What was you thinking? But yeah, really, really like Vanilla Oud. Again, starts off with the praline, with the vanilla, so very sugary, sweet when it first comes onto the skin, but then with the saffron, you get a little bit spicy, and then of course with the oud, it's going to be woody. So really, really love this. Oh, and again, with the intensity for the vanilla, this one is marked a 1 out of 4 for the intensity, so 1 star out of 4 for the Vanilla Oud. Last thing to note with the vanilla oud is that they say that it has oak moss in there. I'm happy that I don't smell a lot of oak moss. I can't stand oak moss. Oak moss can be very like a wet green woody scent, so not like the warm woody scent. It's almost like a cold green damp woody scent. I don't get a lot of oak moss. It literally just smells just earthy and warm, so I like that. I think it'll probably help it wear longer, but that's one thing to note if you're looking at the notes and you're like, ew, oak moss, like I was. It doesn't have a lot of oak moss in the Vanilla Oud. So let's move on to Cafe Oud, which is the number 2 out of 4, has 2 stars out of 4 for intensity. The Cafe Oud is a fragrance that has cappuccino as a note, geranium, rose Damascus, white musk, vanilla, and oud. So this one I was very, very, very excited for. I love coffee scents. If you've ever smelled the one from Maison Martin Margiela, so pretty, like a light fluffy cloud latte. This is actually the first time I'm going to be smelling this one. This is the Cafe Oud. That's a lie. Actually, I smelled it yesterday, but I forgot how it smells, so let's see. Okay, I smelled the cappuccino. Lighter, a little bit milky. It smells like, it's definitely a dark roast. It's definitely a dark roast coffee. I smell a little bit of like the sugary milkiness, but definitely a darker roast. I get the geranium and I get the rose. I don't get much rose in the Cafe Oud though. I get more geranium. It definitely smells more herbal, definitely earthy. It's slightly musky, but it's not extremely musky to me. It's definitely a more a warm musk versus a soapy musk. Okay, so this is a medium roast to me, and the Maison Martin Margiela, that is definitely a light fluffy cappuccino. This one starts off with the cappuccino, a little bit sweeter, I think also because it has that vanilla in there, but then it gets down to the more herbal floral sides of the fragrance, and then you get to the woody notes. That's what I just smelled when I sprayed it. Again, I don't know how it wears, but for me, this is a medium roast, not extremely tart, not extremely bitter, not extremely a strong black coffee, but it definitely has some bite to it. So I would say on the coffee ranking scale, it's definitely a 7. It's a little bit deeper. So that's why I would say all these fragrances are definitely unisex. I think oud, when you add oud to a fragrance, that woodiness, that resonance, also a little bit smoky, it definitely gives it a more masculine edge, which makes it wear even longer. I love it. I'm growing to love it. I think I'm gonna love it even more in the fall and the winter. But that's why I say, men, if you've never tried Kayali fragrances before, definitely dabble into this collection. I feel like it's very male friendly, very unisex friendly. Ooh, I also feel like this one, the Cafe Oud, and they also say in this pamphlet that the Cafe Oud and the Vanilla Oud pair beautifully together. Again, the Cafe Oud already has a note of vanilla in there, so it just makes sense to pair it with the Vanilla Oud. But those two together, especially if you just want to dial up the vanilla, smell a little bit sugary, a little bit sweet, those two together, match made in heaven. Okay, and then the last fragrance that we have, this is supposed to be the strongest intensity, but this one again is Tobacco Oud. For the notes for Tobacco Oud, we have mandarin, white honey, geranium, vanilla, tobacco, and oud. For me, I would think, this is another one I haven't smelled yet. I was scared, I was terrified First I was afraid, I was petrified, y'all, but this is one I was afraid of. First of all, they had a dude here. If you can see this like little pamphlet, they had a dude here. So I was like, oh, this is about to give, might put some hair on my chest, okay? This one's gonna be the same as Henny, but let's see how it actually wears. This is the first time, legit, the first time you smelling this one. Okay. Ooh, I smell the honey right off the bat. I smell the slight citrus from the mandarin, and I definitely smell